Right. Call meeting to order, 5:02 PM. Introductions with select board first, please.
Carrie Hemet, Select Board.
Dan Webster, Select Board.
Ed Fournier, Town Administrator.
Daniel Rondo, Finance Committee.
All right, we have Sheila Warren with us, USACE, Lisa Brayton with the state of Vermont. Melanie Rajensky, Town Accountant, and Tessa Yip with the state of Vermont. All right, changes or additions to the agenda. And any public comment? All right, so we'll start with the high water mark sign. We have Sheila with us and Asa, Tessa. Thank you guys for joining us. And I printed off for you guys what they have to talk about. So whenever you guys are ready.
Perfect. Thank you. Hi, everybody. Thank you so much for giving us some time on your agenda this evening. We really appreciate it. So as Ed said, we're here to talk about the high watermark sign project that we brought to Ed this past fall. My name is Tessa Yip. I'm with the Vermont Department of Environmental Conservation, specifically the Rivers program. I primarily do outreach and education statewide on flood risk and flood resilience for our communities. And we also have Asa Brayton here, who's on my team, as well as Sheila Warren from the U.S. Army Corps of Engineers. Do you guys just want to say hi?
Hi, guys.
Hi.
Hello.
Hi, and I'm Sheila. I'm sitting in beautiful Waltham, Massachusetts, outside of Boston.
Nice.
Good note too, they were kind enough, they came up and looked at the 89 Main Street. I don't know if you guys remember, we discussed that. So.
That's fine.
Yep.
Great. Well, to introduce the high watermark sign project, this is a statewide project. So we reached out to about 11 or 12 towns, including Coventry, throughout the state to see if they're interested in bringing a high watermark sign to their town. So these have been generally recently flood impacted towns. Maybe they were impacted by Irene, but usually it's been in 23 or 24. So we see these signs as primarily an educational tool on flood risk for both residents, municipal officials, visitors. And for a place like Coventry, it's also a really great way to tell a story. We know that Coventry has experienced significant flooding from ice jams in particular. That's not something that all towns experience. And we see these high watermark signs as a way to tell that story and to kind of mark it as part of the town's history and experience. And then we also view these signs as a way to really bolster all the flood resilience and flood mitigation efforts we're seeing statewide. Since Irene and now since July of 2023, a lot of communities are making headway with trying to mitigate flooding and trying to kind of find solutions for these problems. And these signs are a way to kind of keep that at a forefront or keep that at the forefront and part of the conversation. We're lucky that we didn't experience a catastrophic flood in 2025, but it's always something we want to stay aware of, and it's always something that can happen again, and we know that. So I'm going to pass it to Sheila, who's going to talk more about how this project came to be, as well as what the Silver Jackets program is.
Okay, well, thank you, Tessa. And thank you, everyone, for letting us come and tell you a little bit about our project. I work for the Army Corps of Engineers. I sit in the New England District Office, which is in Concord, Massachusetts. And this initiative is, like Tessa said, for flood risk awareness and education. We started to look at potential locations for these back in this summer of 2022 or fall of 2022, and didn't get much headway. And then we started to think about doing things in 2023, and then the storms happened. And so the leads of the Silver Jackets team are Caroline Pesky and Stephanie Smith at the Vermont Department of Emergency Management. And they said, let's hold off on all of this until we really can get our arms wrapped around our recovery work. And now we're finally at the point. So now 4 years later, the Corps is, this project is part of a larger effort through what's called Floodplain Management Services Program, which runs the Silver Jackets program. And the Silver Jackets teams are in every state, and it's about all the agencies working together. And rather than having red for the Corps and blue for FEMA, green for USGS, it's all one team. So that's why they call us silver, because there's no like one color. So that's where that name came from. And we'd like to do some educational outreach with town of Coventry. A number of years back, I was involved with the study of the Ice Jam project that we did an extensive look at what the challenges are in Coventry and the Black River. And we did a presentation a number of years ago. So this is a different project, but continuation of trying to educate communities about flooding, flood risk, be aware that it might happen again. This is New England. We get a lot of rain. And that's kind of what the whole project is. In New England, there are other sign projects like this, but they're on the coastline. So we have a couple of them in Boston, and then along the coast of Maine. There's probably 12 communities right now that are putting high water mark signs up. They have different issues. They got sea level rise issues, but here with the rivers, we thought it would be a good idea to find a space that's good for you and what is a public space, educating. And the sign, Corps of Engineers is going to pay for the sign. We're going to do a survey to make sure we have the right elevation. All we are asking of you is permission to put the sign, I think, at that address, and then maintaining the sign as years go by. Sometimes, I know in Maine, they do get thrown into the bay. So sometimes people want to get rid of that sign, but they keep putting them back up. So that's a little bit about what we can do. And we're interested to know if Coventry is interested.
I think it's fantastic.
Yeah, I think I think we talked about this before.
And you said 89 Main Street?
Yeah, we had originally, I showed them the park, we talked about
Mhm.
that, but there was
Yep.
concern in the meeting that if ice built up there again and leveled the sign.
Mm-hmm.
So I showed
Yep.
them the 89 Main Street.
Yep, nice.
Where kind of is it?
Where would the sign be?
89 Main Street. Where?
Oh, it's the house that they just took down for the.
Okay, yeah, all right, yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, so when we came out just before Thanksgiving is when we came out
Right.
for a site visit, on a very cold day.
Mhm.
And I all agreed that I think that would be a safer site for the sign than kind of right next to the river, being afraid that it might get wiped out. We know that is a state buyout site, so we did some outreach to VEM, as well as some folks on our team to kind of figure out, if there's any restrictions on that. So Asa has an update on that, actually.
Yeah, sure. So we did a little bit talking with VEM and the Rivers team just to see what was available to do on that site as a buyout site. And we got the A-OK that a sign on that site would be great use for that property. So any educational material, a sign that's properly anchored in case of flooding, resilient to the specific types of flooding that Coventry experiences. But yeah, they're super on board with it, and it sounds great.
Well, you answered my first question before I got to ask it, so thank you. I know we discussed that, if it was okay to put it there, so thank you.
Yeah, no problem. It doesn't sound like there's any sort of official process for state buyout sites, at least for like a pretty minor project. But once we get further down, we can always just make sure VEM is aware. And then Kyle Meadash is one of our regional floodplain managers as well on our team, with Asa and I. But we can just communicate with him as well. But it sounds pretty easy to do.
Who puts the sign up?
So that is the one responsibility of the town. Oh, Sheila, go ahead.
No, I was going to say, usually if there's a already existing stanchion or post, we can put it on what's already at the property. But if not, then we need a post to get put in. The sign is, the typical size is 24 by 18. So it's almost square, big enough so people can read it. Elevation is probably at people's eyes. And we might put a mark where the water actually came. It might not be where the sign elevation is, might be down lower. And in some cases on the Winooski, it's much higher, but depending. But we ask that you put the post in, or
Shouldn't be.
let us use one of the existing. I think there's a bench there, I think. Ed, I can't remember if there was a
So I think we'd have to put
Maybe
a
it was
post in.
part
I
of
mean,
the
it would,
former property owner's stuff because the building's
Okay.
gone now, everything's
Okay.
gone.
Yeah, so we just put the post in and then you would come afterwards for the sign and to
Yeah,
survey, level, whatever it
yes,
is.
we'll survey all of that. We give you the sign, you take the post, put the sign on the post, and then you have your story. And in some cases, and the design of that sign is also part of, if you're interested, what you can provide. You can put a picture of a flood. You can put anything. Some of the other communities have used school drawings of flooding, what the children see as flooding. There's no restrictions. Certain words are somewhat limited from the federal government, but we'll sort all that out. It's up to you what you want the sign to look like.
And we're here to help with that as much or as,
Right.
as little as you guys want from us.
We
it
can give
looks
you
like,
a mock design, and then you guys can take and fix and change it, and then we generate the sign.
Yeah.
it looks like just a little plaque for where the water line is.
Yes, it's called a medallion. Yep, it will be. It's a little bit smaller. It's like depending on the size of your post. If it's a 6x6 big post, then we'll have a medallion that's a 6-inch medallion. Some of the other posts that I've been involved with have been 4-inch square posts. So we did a 4x4. We can make it however you want.
I'm just in going forward. If we have another flood, what's the process to get another one if it's higher?
Yeah, we can. Nowadays they have these I call it the RTK GPS unit, and it can talk to satellites and identify the actual elevation. And so it's not as difficult to get that information. We can put that on that post and put June. No, I don't want to say a date, but the flood of the next year or whatever. We can also put, you've got a number of historical floods. I remember the big one back in 2018 with the ice jam. So we can put a couple of them in. We can put the ice jam flood. I know you flooded again in 2023, and I think you did again in 2024. So we can put a number of different locations if you know where the watermarks are. If you've got some locations, we can, if the watermarks are on people's houses and you still see a line, we can find that elevation, bring it over to the post and put it there. Like that's part of what we will do for you.
That's really cool.
That sounds like it should be really well thought out, involving some people that were here and had experience with the floods.
That's great. I think everybody's
I think
good.
so, yeah.
Okay.
Could have the road
Appreciate all
crew
your work.
put the pole
I
up.
just had one more question also in terms of the process, what you would need next from us.
Yeah, well, I think it's up to you in terms of designing the sign. You know, we love if it's a community effort and community collaboration, but would you, do you want a starting point for what to put on the sign? There are some templates out there we could always share with you. It's kind of up to you all in terms of design, how you'd like to start. Would something be helpful as kind of step one?
I think some samples.
Yeah.
Yeah, some ideas.
We have pictures. We have pictures. Matt took pictures. We can start with whatever you have.
Okay. We can send samples.
Thank
Absolutely.
you.
And
And
then
then recommendations, like you said, some people are the 4x4 and the 6x6 post. A 6x6 post would be able to have a bigger plaque on it.
Yes. Yes.
So
I would think a 6x6.
Pressure treated or whatever you're gonna put in the ground, or a steel something. Yeah, well, we'll figure it out.
Okay.
Thank you.
Great. Yeah, and I think data would be the other next step as well, to determine which floods of record would you like to include, and then us getting the elevations for those.
I was just wondering the location recommendations too, like would you want it closest to the road for people walking by, or any thoughts on that? Because this property.
I think, Ed, I think we're going to come back up. I think we're going to come back up now that the building's gone. I would anticipate another site visit to really take a look at what would be the best location. But we also, by that point, if it's possible to give us an idea of elevation of the former floods, then we can also make sure that the sign isn't on a hill and all the flooding was below the ground there. Like we want to make sure it's low so we can put the actual high watermarks on the actual post. So we might need to, we have to come back to Coventry.
All right. Well, thank you for your time.
Thank you.
Thank you.
It was really
Well,
great.
thanks for listening. And we're looking forward to working with you all.
All right, yeah, I'll just be in touch with you. Just let me know whatever you need from us next. And whenever you want to come up, I'll be here to help.
Great.
Okay,
We'll
great.
follow up with some example signs or some templates and we'll go from there.
All right, thank you again.
Thank you all. Thank you.
Thank you. Have a
Thank
good
you.
evening.
Good night.
Bye.
Bye.
If there's anybody that knows where the 27 flood was, that'd be kind of neat to look at.
Somebody-
John Miller, Mark.
I was just thinking of him.
Both of them would know.
Or who?
Mark Mormon.
I don't know him.
He lives, as you're going down the road. He's the one that has a house with a peace sign on the side.
Oh,
at
yep,
Christmas
yep.
time that's lit up. That's where he lives.
Some
He
of
may
the,
know.
Yep.
some of the older generations, your grandfather, no pictures.
No, John Miller would be the fellow that had
Yeah,
pictures.
pictures.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The Ice Jam study had some good photos. I think they were from John Miller.
John
I
Miller.
think,
Yeah.
That the engineers gathered for their data, so
Yeah.
that might be in
Yeah,
there.
I can get a hold of him.
All right.
I know John.
Cool. All right. Next up is the AOT mileage certification. It's in the middle file. Did I give you notes and details unless you both already know about this and what it is?
Now let's hear about it. We
Yeah.
don't have Chris to ask. Sorry, Chris.
It's gotta be completed in order to determine your town's share of state aid.
Mhm.
And if there's any changes or anything, they're supposed to be noted on there. It has to be signed, I think, by you guys and then by Deb, and has to be filed with Deb.
Okay.
So we did something different with the airport road. So I'm assuming that's updated in here.
As far as a
That
class.
this year,
As far as
Remember?
a class.
Yeah, because Irisburg was like class 2 and we were, or 3 and we were 4. No,
It must have been a class 3 up to a class 2.
2.
I know I wasn't involved in anything, and then I just checked with Matt over the past year. He didn't think anything had been
I
done.
don't know if we did.
have to
it.
look
I don't
back
know
to
if we
see.
did.
Something we should be sure of before we.
Yep.
I mean, that comes from the state. That isn't anything that we devise.
Yeah.
So I would think the state should have completed that correctly based on.
Yeah, because we did all the
what they
paperwork
did.
to change because Irisburg was one class and then the airport roads section, maybe to the Four Corners was one class and then down the airport road so that it all matched.
Well, if this is from the state,
Then it shifted, right?
It does say in the email that any changes by the select board should be entered into that certificate. But you think the state already has?
I think they should, because any change that we submit has to go to the state for their approval, anyhow, prior to coming to us. Unless that change, whatever is made, has never fully made it to the state,
no.
that would be the only thing. But you could definitely question as far as. You know,
That's just what the email
specifically-
says.
Yeah.
So
the
do
airport
we
road.
fill out and make a file with the town clerk, submit before, on or before February 20th? So we've got time.
Yeah, so if you wanna wait and look into it.
Push it back a meeting or,
Nathan should know.
because I don't remember
Right.
when it was. I feel like it wasn't that long ago.
And I don't have the name, but whoever's on here from the state, right, that's what they would know probably, if any changes.
Because this one is that's the
Air
reclassified.
Hope would probably be the good one to
Okay.
AOT.
It's nothing I've
Double
had,
checking this.
yeah, it's something I've had experience with yet, but you were saying the town has to file with the state as soon as the select board approves the change, right?
Yeah, there's something that has to be filed with the state.
So let's make sure it's
But
fine.
if it's not on there, I'm sure they would come back on the town, right? So I mean,
Yeah,
it would be good to look into.
Yeah. But yeah, if you get a hold of your code.
Okay, yep, oh, yeah, I know her.
I'll be able to.
This isn't what. This is what we'd be signing, if it's all right, if we thought it was all right,
yeah,
so we're just gonna double check it.
Yeah, I'll double check with Eric, like Deb said, and then.
Yeah.
and then bring it to the
Get
next
it to the
meeting.
next meeting.
Okay,
Bring it before February 20.
Okay. Okay, next is, the documents you guys probably could, you probably have memorized. But
Yeah, right.
dental insurance.
Yep.
And, I have the different information that I gathered. They had originally told us that, you had to sign up November 1st for January 1st. But, you don't have to do that. Actually, you can sign up anytime. I got more information on that. The reason they told us that to begin with is because then you don't get the full year of benefits. So. Let's see here. So you already know this, all four have to sign up. And when you do, the employer is required to pay the single person premium, and they're welcome to pay for the family, but they don't have to. And if you wanted, we had discussed this a little, but if you wanted to sign up for the fiscal year, you could. I could get everything going, so. I think last time you okayed it and everything, but we never set a date for signing up.
Well, actually in the minutes, we talked,
It'd be July 1st for the new fiscal.
yeah, so we could sign up for July 1st. We had originally said January 1st. And
Oh, yeah,
and
I
David,
have that in the minutes.
yeah, and then
Yes.
David was gonna budget for 6 months. But we can, here, yep, so we made a motion to sign up for it to benefit, Plan 2 for full-time employees for the November enrollment to start January 1st. So we could,
So sorry, you did have a date, but
Yeah.
I didn't know if you were clear on, I watched the video and everything, clear on what you,
Mm-hmm.
if it was the whole family package or what.
were we just waiting
You
so that we
discussed,
could budget it?
yes, so we could actually start it July 1st if we wanted to change it.
the biggest
That's not
reason I
gonna change
brought it to you, sorry, was because of the budget also, like you
Mhm.
just said. David and I looked at it and figured up an amount for if you did it, so his proposed budget will have July 1st in there. We just did it based off the information we had, so.
So you're saying we could start it, it's not gonna change the budget?
Yeah, he's already added that in. Him and I figured out the amounts, what it would cost, so that's in the budget right now. I mean, that doesn't mean you have to okay it, I'm just
So
saying.
we could
so you can
re-motion
figure it
to
out.
start it July 1st instead of January 1st.
Yeah.
If you're okay with it.
And in there, do you wanna make any comments about if you're gonna do it for, I mean, or do you
Can,
discuss
it'll
more?
cover,
It's
it'll
up to you.
cover everything.
For the families or
Mhm.
just the employees, so.
So how's it gonna change if it's the families?
Just what are you gonna offer? Are you gonna offer like just the employee themselves or their whole family? I didn't know if you wanted to have that clear, it's up to you.
We probably should,
The whole family.
yeah.
If you need to look into it more, that's fine too. I just, for when I go or David does, when we do it together to sign up, then I just, then I won't have to bring it back to you in another meeting.
Yeah. Okay, so
You're okay with it?
I'm fine with it.
I'll make a motion to amend, to start the dental insurance July 1st, 2026, for the full-time employees and their families.
Second,
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Thank you. I got all this additional clear information after you'd already met this. So that's why you're getting new information on it.
Mhm.
And just to note, I did find out what you asked. If you have a 5-person family and only 1 or 2 wants to sign up, you can. It doesn't have to be all of them. So that would be up to the employee.
Mhm.
Yep.
All right.
thanks, Ed.
Thank you.
All right, the next thing, there's two documents in the middle. It's the Commercial Appraisal and Litigation Assistance Program. David just asked if I would share this. He's got to touch base with Matt Konjeski, the assessor, but just a little bit of info on it. It's a way to get the landfill and the WEC generational plant appraised for the next reappraisal. So that will be in there. And it's mainly to ensure accuracy.
And this is something the state does, or they hire somebody to do?
It's a document that David got and he needs Matt to fill out, but I think that you guys had some discussion about the WEC generation plan a while ago, like re-adding it. I think Matt had a form.
Yes, because somehow it had gotten
Yeah,
paused or
I
something.
forget the name of
Yep.
that form that Matt had me bring to you.
Yep.
So it's the dump and the solar?
Yeah, I think
Place?
it's one is the landfill and one is the WEC generational
Okay, well,
generation
methane,
plan,
Yeah.
excuse me.
so something we have to do with them?
Not tonight. It was just David wanted me to give you an update on it and show you the progress where he's at there, but he needs to
That's good.
consult with Matt first.
Hey, Ed,
Hey,
I'll just add that that new program from the state of Vermont is what's allowing you to reevaluate what you have in your reappraisal reserve fund. And Scott had asked David to provide that so that you had the documentation when you got ready to vote on the warning, just to affirm that that program's in place and that the town of Coventry has other resources to pay for that litigation and those services through the state, and that's sort of the backup to, yes, you can go ahead and repurpose some of those funds, or propose to repurpose them at town meeting.
Thank you.
thank you. I wasn't informed of that, so I appreciate you filling in.
Okay. Yep, I'm good.
Okay,
Thank you.
All right.
One quick question. You pause the meeting for 1 second so I can still carry to go downstairs for a picture.
Okay, and supposed to take a picture?
Yeah, is it you, me too, or?
Yeah, if you don't
All
mind.
right,
what is this for?
Town Foundation.
so just pause it and we'll
Do
go
we
down.
think they're downstairs?
I know Izzy just come downstairs. I imagine they should be at 5:30.
Okay.
You probably heard that, Melanie, but we're just gonna pause the meeting for a minute.
Just a minute.
All right.
Okay, we're back. All right, we'll move on to the town report and budget update. I printed out a bunch of stuff there and I'll share what I have so far on here, so. My notes here.
Well, that looks awesome, man.
All right, that's the start. Thanks to Deb. That's your photo there. So that'll be the cover. Just so we're not here all night, I'll scroll quickly on stuff until I
Yep.
have questions for you.
Yep.
Then there'll be some photo credits, and then this is the dedication. And that's the photo that Matt got me, and Matt typed that up. You just tell me if you want me to stop.
That's okay, you can keep going.
All right, and then there'll be the contents. I'll do last. It's not in there yet. These are and then I'm gonna have some other stuff probably from Dan Govan from the airport with some photos. Let's see, this is, I went over a lot of this with Deb too. She helped me. These are some of them. We made some adjustments to this. Added Jeffrey Wilson at the bottom.
Yep.
And then see, fixed a few things, and then just put these, like the address coordinator and recreation all on the side with an email. So,
Okay.
so if everything looks good there to you.
Yep,
And then this was originally on that page. But I had to make another page for it, website thing and another photo, thanks to Deb. These I had this one, and then there'll be a couple others I had set, and I haven't added them yet. I'll do that first thing tomorrow. Last night Deb gave me some adjustments to make, so there'll be some stuff added, some voting days, right?
Yeah.
And can't remember, oh, and then the shred day.
Shred.
Yeah.
So on this one, do you guys, Dan, do like, if you do quarterly, do you have them set?
No,
No,
but we could still put cemetery,
yeah,
quarterly and community center boardroom. So we
Yeah.
could still do
What
that.
year?
Quarterly, is it January, April, July, October?
Yeah.
So we could at least still list those months so people have an idea.
Yep.
So we'll have, what will we have, cemetery and then quarterly for, is that what we're saying?
Yeah.
For
quarterly meetings.
quarterly. And do you have a time, Dan, or not really?
It's been 5 o'clock is typically the time. It's kind of depends on when everybody's available.
And you have it here, right?
Yeah, right
Yeah.
here.
So I'd probably leave a time out. I
Yeah.
didn't wanna, cause you're there all over the place.
That
Leave a time out.
To be determined or something.
Yeah, yeah.
people's work schedules.
Mm-hmm.
Anything else on that?
Nope.
Let's see here. And I added this for you, Carrie, early, that's good in the report. I thought you'd want it right off.
Yeah, somewhere in there. Hopefully people will sign up.
And this is probably the most detailed one, and I'm sure that Melanie can assist if we have any questions, but I know that there's been some outside discussion that we had, and I tried to run through guys as much as I could for details. But the first one will be Article 2. Melanie, are you with us?
I'm here.
For Article 2, I used the phrasing that you put in the email. Is that what, I know there was different discussion, Brian kind of weighed in on it and agreed, I guess, but is that where we were at for a final for that? Do you think?
If Brian didn't give you any other language to use, I was just giving that as an example that could be used, and I believe he just replied that he agreed with it.
Yeah.
So that looks like it.
And Carrie was asking me a little bit before the meeting, but Brian's advice was to have another meeting to elect the two, right? That's how I took it. I don't know if you read that info or.
I did. It's I think either having another meeting, or in some cases towns will appoint the interim individuals after interviewing candidates for the positions to fill the terms until the next meeting. So I think it can go either way, but Brian was definitely cautioning against electing new select persons at the same meeting when their positions were created.
The VLCT attorneys, I think, said we could do it either way.
Rather than doing it at town meeting, have another meeting.
VLCT said you could do it at the town meeting because it's an on the floor vote. It's not Australian ballots.
I think a lot of towns who have gone this route have staggered it halfway. Where you do the articles, but then you do the appointment the exact same day as well. That way it's said and done.
Done.
At town meeting.
So, election, because an election is gonna cost additional money, because you're gonna do the whole re-advertisement.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think a lot of towns treat it like a vacancy, where they go ahead and advertise and appoint in the interim as opposed to having a special election per se. But Brian just cautioned that he wouldn't commingle those for legal reasons, and so that's where we landed.
So you guys will just have to be sure before we.
Yeah,
Because
because
I'll
I
add them to the.
I would say do it the same.
Same day.
I mean, I can't see it where Brian's, where he's thinking, but
Did you get his notes in there too? Those are in there.
Because also he said, gotta find the notes. I got stuff here, there, and everywhere.
Oh, no, it's about east. Crossing the.
Oh, okay. All right.
Yeah. Because Brian had also said, vote on the candidates at a subsequent special meeting. That's the most cautionary approach and the one he endorses. But then he also said that there's never been any trouble before. Because it's gonna be in the town report. Everybody's gonna read the town report. If they want to vote, they can go in and vote.
This gets posted
Mhm.
3 days prior to town.
Mhm. Because if VLCT would have said, yeah, no, and then Brian said no, then maybe, but I don't know where there would be any issues. But I'm not an attorney.
yeah, I'd say do it the same meeting.
So that could be change all the numbers. Like last year, if the vote passes, then we've got to, if 2 passes, then we go to 3. If 2 fails, then we go to 4. Or do we add it in as,
I think you just added in.
Add it in as B and C?
Additionally, be a select person, B select person.
Yeah.
C select person?
But
If Article,
C would have whatever designated terms they would be.
yeah,
You would probably want to verify that to be 100%.
yeah, so then those would be
Contingent on
mhm,
2 pass.
2 passing.
You know, is a provision that you want to place there.
Yeah, so I would like to see it in town meeting day.
Yeah. It doesn't sound like it's legally wrong. It just, I don't. Other towns do it that way. You're sure they do. He's even sure they do, and has said that he hasn't seen anything come up. Forget how he put it here, but yeah,
Well, you definitely couldn't do it if we were Australian ballot.
yeah. Let's do it in the meeting.
I say in the meeting.
You'll just want to make sure your staggering is good on, so assuming you create B and C as select persons number
Yeah.
4 and 5, that you meet whatever the expectation is on that staggering.
And somehow we'd have to word it so it would be, the first one would be the remainder. Somehow it's gonna be worded, because one of them's gonna be 1 year, like remainder of a 2-year, and then the next one, because eventually they're both gonna be 2-year.
Yeah.
So that's gonna be the thing, is the wording. Hey, you got what?
You're looking at her
5
like,
days to
What's up?
finish it. Like 5 days. But yeah, we can figure it out. Mhm.
yeah,
And how it should actually be formatted on. the-
Yeah. You say VLCT?
Yeah.
yeah.
And just make sure the moderator knows. I don't know how you do your moderator, but if it's the same one every year and you hang out with them and talk about it, just let them know that.
Talk to Matt and Matt.
Yeah, it's Matt, so.
Okay.
Yeah, so do we need different wording for the second article? That's what you're saying?
No,
No,
Oh,
we don't
just-
need it. We just want to add
We're just gonna add.
2
the
more
classes.
select. We want to adjust your A, B, C, and D.
But depending on adding those other 2, you may have to make an adjustment to Article 2. Because if that's just freedom, you're just agreeing to have a 5-member board.
We
Then
need to
that
vote
may
on it.
not give you the permission to add the other 2 down below. So Article 2 may need to have.
Oh, yeah, shall the voters,
If this passes, then please refer to
Mhm.
You know, maybe Article 3, A and B, and then Article 4 will be to elect all the other following articles.
Yeah.
So you wanna look at Article 2 and what the other, how the other piece is gonna go.
With the votes to follow if it passes, something to that effect. Okay.
Melanie's, not to put her on the spot, she's really good at wording these, so.
Yep.
Maybe you can assist with adding that if you're comfortable. for
Yeah, I'll
articles.
have to just make sure it stays within the confines of a question.
Yeah,
And then we're doing a 2-year term and a 1-year term, right, for,
they're
Well,
both 2-year terms, but one is gonna be just a 1-year term of a 2-year term, because you need to have them staggered.
okay, I thought the way that Brian said it in that, and you can read it in there, was to do a 1 and a 2, and then next time they both do 2. See what I'm saying? Then it would stagger it.
I don't know how the wording's gonna be.
Yeah, no, usually they would both be a 2-year. One person's gonna have a full 2-year, the other person's gonna only fulfill 1 year of the 2-year. So that the next following year, that person and one of the original 3 will be up for election for a 3-year and for a 2-year, full 2-year term at that time. And then the following year, you've got a 3 with a full 2-year up at that time, and then the following year,
Just a 3.
you're gonna keep.
Oh, no, a 3 and a 2.
I think she's saying the same thing. I just understand why it has to be said like that.
Yeah, we'll figure it out.
But
Because otherwise, I think if you just do it as a 1-year term, then you're anticipating that it's just a 1-year term. And I don't think you really wanna have a select board position be up every single
Every
year.
year.
Okay, that makes sense.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
The statute calls when you expand the board. I believe that 2-year term is literally like their terms. When you expand the board from 3 to 5, have to be 2-year terms. So whether you have to stagger them, so you have a year in the interim, but they do continue to be 2-year terms in perpetuity after you get through that first little exercise of staggering.
Yeah.
Okay.
So you guys were noting too that in Article 3, when we list them by letter, you're saying we need wording there or just?
Well, it depends on, we may end up
I would ask. the
talk to
LCT.
VLCT. So number 3 may become number 4. Article 3 might become Article 4, and Article 3 might become to, a select person for 2 years and a select person for 1 remainder year of a 2-year.
Okay.
So if 2 passes, we skip 3. And then if 2 passes, we go to 3. If 2 fails, we go to 4, which would be,
And the wording, instructing that.
yeah.
Yeah, I'll send this to them. So
Mhm.
we'll get there and I'll work with Melanie.
Yep.
See if we can get the rest.
And if not, we can probably send it to Vermont SOS as well. I'm sure they would provide some guidance on what that should be as well.
Okay.
Any other comments or just the justice of the peace yourself?
Take those out.
Oh, okay.
You wouldn't know that though.
Alright.
So thank you for putting them in there, but you can.
I looked back at the time and there's only 7 of them, so. Alright, Article 4, I figured it out on scrap paper here just for the, from the budget from David, but it's not finalized or anything, so I didn't add that in, but you'll just see a number in there.
Yep.
Yeah.
Same with Article 5.
Mm-hmm.
Article 6 is good.
You just got an extra question mark in Article 6 there.
Okay.
Yeah.
Behind projects, is that what you're saying? Yeah, thank you. By the way, that just reminded me when you guys are good with this too, I'll go over it with a fine tooth comb,
Yeah.
probably twice, check it.
Mhm.
And I'm gonna send it to Deb and David, if they have time to check it, you guys will see it. So,
Yeah, if you want to send it my way.
sure. 7 through 10 are the garage and financial articles with a lot of work from Melanie, so thank you.
Yeah, thank you, Melanie.
And wherever the garage one is, that's also Brian, that was the other one, there's notes on that he got involved in. Is that, Melanie, another question for you? For the garage one, you're able to see this, right? And I sent it to you.
Yes, and I heard that Scott said he was gonna go ahead and just go with what Brian had proposed, and I think it's just a matter of preparing the board to speak to the article. And the fact that you're not really looking to borrow $2 million, you just are looking for the authority to go ahead and enter, into contracts for 2 million, and you have to have a way to pay for it. So this is just a way to demonstrate that. And in the case that you do need to borrow money, it's available to you.
Okay, thank you. I just wanted to see if that's where you thought we had landed when you get that many emails going. So, thank you.
Yeah.
Guys have any other questions on any of those, the financial articles?
With Article 7, did Jim talk to you about the grants maybe for the town garage and?
Yeah, he said that, well, somebody had asked Matt if Matt could talk to anyone, if he knew anyone, and then I believe Scott was talking to someone.
Yeah,
So
is that why it's subject to available grants and aid? Is that kind of why that's there?
I would guess probably maybe Scott relayed that to Brian, or maybe
Yeah.
Brian just put it in because he
Okay.
did that.
All right, yeah, that's good.
Okay. Anything else there? Or?
No, you're good. I'm good.
Yeah.
This is the appropriations.
Mhm.
There's just
And
one.
those are those all the actual ones we've gotten?
Yep.
Yep.
There's just one note. I've got an email and a call into them, the prevent child abuse one.
I was just looking at that one.
Didn't put an amount on there, so.
Is that a new one? I don't remember doing that one.
I'm not sure. They're all new to me, so.
Something comes in front of it and it's not to.
A different name or an additional?
Yeah. But it falls along that line.
And there's no amount?
Yeah, so I've spoke to a couple of contacts. I'm waiting to hear back, so I'll have that.
Another quick note, Ed, which is generally good. Next to each appropriation, if it was the same amount as last year, do nothing with it, but if the amount has changed, normally we would place a star at the end of that one appropriation line. Like Northeast Kingdom Human Services, say they requested 2,000 last year, they bumped it to 2172 this year. We should put a star at the end of services, or like 2 stars, with just a notation down below that states the 2 stars equates to a change in appropriation request from the prior year.
Okay.
Because people generally will ask, has any of these changed?
All right.
And at least that way.
It'll already be answered, yeah.
So a star and a note at the bottom for each one that's changed.
Yeah.
It's like 1 star, 2 star. Yeah.
No,
Okay.
yeah, so like, say like the next one, Northeast Kingdom Council of Agent, say they asked 3 last year, they're doing 330, you would put 1 star after agent on that. So just do 1 star for each one that's changed.
Oh, okay.
Maybe we should.
Then no, so then if somebody asks you.
Maybe we should know what it changed.
For it changed, you can say there's no star, so there was no change.
Yeah.
Probably be helpful if we knew what the change was. If they're asking, did it change? They're gonna want to know how much it changed.
Yeah.
But my decisions will get that, when I actually gave them some of the notes,
Mhm.
we can have those amounts listed on there.
Have a copy of last year's book
Yeah.
page in there.
Okay.
Yep, it's good.
Doing good, Ed.
4 signatures. Look at there.
Coming along.
This is a little blurb from Mark Mormon.
Yeah.
More stuff, credit to Deb. And then a thing he found.
Is this who you were talking about with?
Same person, right? Yeah. So he gave a little background on the airport stuff.
Mhm.
This I had fixed up, and then Deb made some other changes. I have to add the the school board or school moderator? Is that what it is?
Yeah, we should add the school moderator, but why we have Mr. Dan here, Dan Rondo? Dan, the cemetery commission, I was gonna check Thursday. We have Alyssa who's coming up this year, year next year. But Nate Torton, she shouldn't be the same year as 2027 though, correct? But from looking at last year's minutes,
I think so. I think it is correct. I think it's 2 and then 1.
okay,
I thought when I
I don't
looked at the
know why.
minutes that the other 2 were 2 years, you were 3. Does that sound right?
Yeah.
2 and 3, is that what you saw?
So eventually it falls.
cause I think you all should be 2.
I think I'm 3.
You're 3?
That's what I found. in the
I think it's 2,
minutes.
2, and 3, and it just happens to be this year that it falls together, or next year it falls together.
Okay, okay, that was just one thing I wanted to check on.
And I saw your note, I was gonna tell you that when I saw you,
And then it'll be staggered again after that.
Okay,
cause I looked at both of the most recent town reports, I think yours says 3 years, so.
Yeah, so if it's
Does that
6
sound-
years, it'll end up being
2 together, okay.
So any changes with the justice of the peace now on this one? That's good.
Says we have a caucus that gets held in the summer. And Republican and Democratic, and they'll go ahead and they will nominate the individuals for justice of the peace, and then they appear on the general ballot in November.
Okay,
So we're still gonna let people know these positions are coming up in 2026. If somebody would like to opt for one of those positions, then they can reach out, complete the paperwork to be able to, but it's our justices of the peace. Technically is who they are, yeah.
so this stays.
Yeah, that stays just like that.
You remembering all this, Dan? So
I got it all.
about the morning goes. I just have to check on the fence viewers. That's another note from Deb, and then this one's good.
Dan, you'd be able to remember from last year, did those names look correct?
Justice of the,
No.
No,
for
the fence viewers. The Devon is your employee.
Yeah.
yeah. I remember Richard.
I think you're right.
I think they are. Yeah.
I can double check and reorganization, is that right?
They were, but
Yeah.
I don't think Devin knows that he is, but I don't.
He
think-
was there though.
Yeah, he doesn't remember.
Okay. Okay, we're good.
You're good, all right. More photos
Mhm.
from Deb. Thank you.
what we should do is underneath the one with the guy, we should put that blurb
The caption, yeah.
Mark had placed. He was actually the state senator. That was back in 1920.
Wow.
Where he came and they did like an officiation for the airport.
Are you saying that's when the picture? That's when the picture was?
Apparently they colorized it.
Wow, it's a good picture from the.
We'll get the exact year and date. Mark gave it to us.
Mhm.
Well,
I'll caption it.
yeah,
These are the minutes.
Oh, there we go. Oh, no, yeah.
Mhm.
So the fence viewers will be in there.
no, that's not at the board.
Oh,
Board.
That's
After
the appointment. Yep.
Hard to say that, it's terrible.
Oh, and there's your page right there. for
Yeah, there's
Ned.
your comparison.
Yeah, American Red
Yeah.
Cross 500, the more Goodrich. Yep, okay, that's good.
When do you get the signatures for this is in the. Sorry.
I don't know if we ever probably even signed that, it's probably good though.
It should be in here, right?
Yeah. I think
This
trying
is-
to get Scott to come in, that would be on Friday.
Yeah, hopefully, right, yeah.
Mhm.
This is your letter, I just thrown it in there.
Yep, have to read it over again, see what
Yeah.
changed.
I added your thing.
Yep.
Dan, or Scott did.
Oh, really?
On the buyout, but he hasn't added your note, Carrie, we can, I just wanted to get it in here, so. Alright, I printed the budget for you, so you can
Yep,
see.
we're all good with those. Will be, gotta look at them better.
Alright, keep scrolling then. This is what David wanted to present in this meeting, so. So if you need me to stop at all.
Yep.
So I'll have some more photos. Do I have some to add? Gotta get some more from Dan. He sent it to me tomorrow. So
Or something else from Matt, maybe.
Photos.
for airport
Okay.
related stuff, yeah.
Or if Matt has any more.
Okay. Of like airport stuff or just
Maxwell
Maxwell,
Maxwell.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is, you said that the treasurer's report would go to keep it, right, with, that's why I did that, I had you first, that's why I asked, but you said it was good to keep it with the budget.
No.
So. No, we.
And it might not be next.
That's the treasurer's report. And then your letter will
I'll have
be
one letter.
first, right, before the report. There's Deb's report, and then the election page. So the assessors, next. Oh, and then I'll have, mine in here, I typed it today, I just gotta add a photo. And then, right after mine, I'll have Nathan's in there for the road
Okay.
crew.
Yep,
See if I missed any other notes on that.
You did picture.
Does, does Jeff, does he usually have something?
Yeah, let's see.
Okay.
This is this I gotta fix, cause it's actually the 9th, or I can ask her to fix it. Cause she's talking about this coming year, right, that should be the 9th, right, that we discussed, yeah, I'll have to fix that.
But I would definitely have from you.
Alright,
I mean, that is the actual date, it's also on the weekend, so it's
Okay.
added to the 9th.
town account letter, now you got some letter here, so. This is the Westview Investment Advisors, they have a couple pages. This is Jeffrey's.
Okay.
A letter for us. Tell me if you guys want me to stop. It's Phil's letter. Planning Commission. They sent me a photo, so I just added it to the side, it fits good. Cemetery Commission. Services. Get you guys thoughts on the fire department, they sent me like 10 pages. So I did the first page with an introduction there, I could go back and then looking ahead.
Mhm.
I don't know if you're good with that, the 2 pages.
They sent
Yeah.
you 10?
Yeah, they sent me 10, said I could edit it, so I just took the first and last because of what they said, so.
Mhm.
I don't know if you want more than that, I can, it's
Maybe send the 10 pages to read and
for you to look at, and then, yeah, okay.
and the whole book.
How many pages are we currently at right now?
113.
Yeah, 113 in here with some to add.
And that's included all of the, not all the schools.
No, the school had quite a bit more right after their
Yeah.
meeting, so,
It's like, 'cause we have a certain limit for how many pages we can.
okay. Do you know what that is, or?
I wanna say, I thought like maybe 150, or it could be a little bit less.
Okay. Both Orleans Emergency Services, shredding day. I'm just gonna scroll. If you
Yeah,
guys-
you're good.
Anybody has any comments? Or just let me know.
The senior meal's at $5. Is that what it is now? Cause she had gone up, she go from 4 to 5 maybe?
Yeah,
Yeah, okay.
I was gonna say, I thought had that changed.
Yep.
Is that the right seed voucher? I was gonna
It
check
is.
with you.
The one you just did, was that all senior meals? Was that what that
Yes.
was? Okay.
Did you get to see it or do you want me to go?
No,
back?
I'm good.
Then that's the inclusion committee. Then this is a seed voucher. Casella's report. This is Charles Collins' report here.
Yep.
And then the 1-page report he sent also. And these are from last year, when I get the rest of the photos, and the ones I have from Deb I'll add in.
Yeah, those are fish.
You like this one, Deb, that, because they've got like 6 pages for the VNA, and do you guys like it? It has a little bit of info. Fiscal year info and stuff.
Okay.
I think that's the best one.
Yeah.
It's got their amount. You guys good with that? Cause they sent like 4 or 5 different things still, so.
Yeah.
See, there's your prevent child abuse.
Yeah, this is the one that didn't have an amount. Alright, the school sent me photos and then their information, so I just put the photos in wherever, so if you think they're good, I added these 2 to the front page.
That's a good picture.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, with the rainbow.
Mhm.
This is
You know,
Jason.
the one that's hard with the wooden bridge. So that's the.
Yeah, for some
reason.
Of a tree.
Yeah.
What is it you were saying?
That bridge is in Irisburg and not Coventry.
Okay, I have plenty of pictures, I can swap that one
I
out.
love the picture, but.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's plenty, I can move around. This is the principal's report. And I added this photo they gave me.
Nice.
This is Praneet's, I think, yeah.
Yeah.
Another photo. This is something new they did this year. So.
Was that covered bridge thing?
They had somebody who came in and they actually did a whole, quite a bit of lengthy work session on all the different covered bridges.
So is that why they had that picture of the covered bridge, maybe?
And that could be, so maybe you could maybe move that picture down near this little article here possibly, or keep it where you have it.
Oh, okay.
I
Yeah.
mean, it's, you're in on tour.
Spice goes after everything, I would guess, for the school, or.
Yeah.
And then this is the NCSU stuff. They still have stuff to send to.
You'll have our warning Wednesday night for Simon.
Okay.
So you'll have that Thursday. I'll have that for you Thursday.
All right.
We should have our budget for you Thursday as well.
Last year we had pictures of Coventry Day.
Okay.
Yeah, there was a few.
Were there?
They were all on one page.
They were on,
Okay.
yeah, Brittany's page. But
Okay.
if you want some added, I mean.
I just didn't, I missed it, and that's all.
Scroll up or show you after.
I'm fine with
Mhm.
I had the beginning.
The 5K run.
it. That's what made me think of it, actually. But that's fine.
Well, let me know if I don't have any.
I think we have some pictures.
If you want.
I'll send them to you, and if you can put them in,
Sure.
and, yeah.
There'll be some photo credits. I think I forgot to mention that for the content is there. That's everything. Any other comments, questions, or?
Mm-mm.
Good job.
No, yeah,
Yeah.
it's coming along good.
Good job, everybody who's been working on it.
Yeah, there's a lot of good contributions, that's for sure. All right. For other business here, and we get to my notes, unless anybody has anything ahead of them. Oh, I forgot to mention too, we could do this under other business, you guys will have to decide, I guess, but about the ton truck, did you want to discuss that?
Yeah, we talked about the ton truck a little bit. I think, for the budget, we wanted to make sure it was
Yeah,
in or not
He
in.
wants to make sure it's not gonna pop up later on and it's not figured into the budget, but. From one meeting I had with you, one of my early meetings, and then just talking to everyone, the sense I got was it hasn't gained any traction this year.
Yeah, I think
I
where
reported
I'm
that
at,
to
wait.
Dave, but he wants you guys to be sure.
I've talked to Nathan a little more about it, and be a little different truck. He thinks we should get a little bigger truck so they can truck sand with it. And I haven't gotten a quote back. I've reached out about what the truck would cost. It's kind of hard to have budget for a truck that we don't have a price on.
Mhm.
And we got a lot for coming up anyway with the town
Well,
garage.
something for next
Yeah.
year then.
But it does take, talking to people, it takes a while to get a truck.
Oh, yeah, that we're still waiting on a
Yeah.
truck.
I
I don't think it's here, is it?
No.
They just did the body or whatever. Yeah.
So I think it should be a priority.
Mhm.
But I think we should leave it off
Okay.
for now. We put a lot of money into our truck.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, there's been a
Recently.
lot of big repairs.
Okay, the MERP grant, I just wanted to update you, a group came, Larry Ruggles from Rugco. They took a look around here and then went up to the town garage on 14. The first meeting in February, he'll be presenting to tell you where we're at.
Mhm.
What type of financial, where they're at with the financials, like how much they can do here and up there, so
Mhm.
he'll have a whole presentation for you.
Oh, good.
Okay.
The ice jam, I had a meeting with some people from the state. There's no current funding right now for that. But they're setting me up with someone else from the state. So we can just talk and discuss it, get you guys more information, so we would have something ready if, when funding came, if you decided to do something, so.
So no federal funds.
Not right now, there's nothing there, so, yeah. There's one that Deb gave me and one I got, 2 thank you papers for appropriations from last year in the middle pile there.
Oh, yep.
Just for you guys to look at.
Good.
These are nice, like if they send something.
Your ed is in the annual report. Is if some of these places that do receive our appropriations, they could send a little blurb as far as what, how it helped or benefited them or our community. That would maybe be a nice little separate page to have in the annual report, just so that our voters can actually see they received the money, they appreciated the money, and they appreciated our voters approving for them to receive the money.
For the repeats, you're saying, like?
Yeah. Or just for any of them, it
Yeah.
would be nice, maybe next year if we said,
Sure.
it'd be nice if we received a word from you after as far as what this money did. And then we could
Oh,
just
to add it into next year or something.
Right, just so that our voters can see they received the money, this is what they used it for. So
Yeah.
that when they end up the annual meeting, well, why do we have $200 to this organization? Well, this is what they used it for.
Okay,
Just as a little, I don't know, a little acknowledgement, I think, back to the voters.
sure, I thought you meant ahead of time, that's why I asked,
Yeah.
because the new ones will be able to do that, but in the the next year.
Yeah.
Alright.
Yeah. Maybe when we send out the appropriation checks, we can put a little message, maybe in with those checks, just asking if they would please consider doing that, and then.
Sure.
That's a good idea.
Yeah.
You guys know about this, I can refresh your memory, but the multi-sector permit for the pit on the Hancock Road, everything's done with that now. It's
Okay.
all filed and everything with the state. I finished that last week, so. You guys remember what that is, right? It's just for like the water runoff
Yeah.
up there and, making
Mhm.
sure everything's compliant with the environmental code and everything, so.
It's every year, but this year was a big one because.
Yeah, they had to revamp the documents and stuff, so
Yeah.
that's what the consultant company helped with, and that's complete.
Did you meet those people?
I met them just talking to them like in a Zoom meeting and stuff, but I haven't met them yet. They do come up here and,
Yeah,
do their.
they went
test and
there.
everything. Yeah, yep. All right, and then, Dan can expand on this, but he had some guys here doing something. I was just gonna say thank you. I don't know if you remember, he asked if you could address the flickering. They were here doing work. I don't know if you want to explain more what they did, but thank you.
Yeah, no, that we were trying to alleviate what's happening right now.
Sorry, I just want to thank
So,
you. They did some work, that's why.
Yeah, so I think that we'll have to get into your camera settings at this
Okay.
point and try to figure it out. But what they did check the switches and the connections there. They got the attic, and they actually found a couple of places up there that got redone. The wire nuts were cracked on them, so we did that, and we put a surge protector in downstairs on the panel that feeds these lights, and refed it from. They figured what there's so motor load, like the furnace has a couple motors. We made sure that the lights weren't on that same leg. Maybe if that was the issue, was harmonics from that motor load, but that doesn't seem to be the issue. But
Well, thanks for trying.
there's a couple of things that
Yeah.
got looked at that should have been looked at anyway. The
It got
places that we
fixed,
found
yeah.
in the attic, and then having the surge protectors gonna help out
Mhm.
Yeah.
with stuff in here anyway. If we ever have a surge from the power company or anything like that, so.
Thank you.
I know he
That's
asked you
awesome.
about it, so I just want to thank him for being able to do that, so. That, I guess that was it, unless you guys had anything, we can discuss the other meeting further, or how you wanna move forward, so.
Because we're gonna do something on Friday to go over everything and make sure I'd like if, David can be here.
David, morning works.
Fridays.
Friday.
Fridays.
Morning.
What are you available Friday?
Yep,
What time?
same. You do it at 5?
Yeah, 5 works. See if it works for David and Scott. Or earlier, but I know with your fireman, if 5 is good, we can do 5.
Yeah, I mean, I don't wanna do it any later
No,
or earlier. It's just,
yep, nope, that works. 5 o'clock.
Alright, I might have to ask you to go to the town garage too, so you might wanna rethink, oh, just kidding. Meeting up there, so I was gonna tell you about
Oh,
that
okay.
later, but,
what time is that?
10 in the morning, so that may not work, but I was gonna tell you about it.
Okay,
Alright,
Who's going up there? Must be,
I'm sure Jim's going up,
Jim
and then
and-
it's like a pre-bid meeting, so they
Yep.
can look around, I'll go up.
yep. Oh, perfect.
Roy be there?
Yeah, Roy will be there, so I guess it's good to announce anyway, so you know for the progress. But
Yeah.
Yeah, good.
hopefully, weather permitting, Nathan can be there because he has a lot of knowledge about the garage, so.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Okay,
Nice, it's coming along. It's all coming together.
Alright, any other business for you guys?
I know.
I'm good.
Alright, you have the minutes there.
I just have one spot. 5, under Melanie's, the third line down.
Alright.
Melanie explained, I don't know what it's supposed to say. She and the town are only about halfway through the original contract.
Did I miss some?
It's just the wording is,
Okay, I'll fix it.
no idea what you're trying to say.
Alright.
I think I know what you're trying to say,
Alright, I'll
but
fix
otherwise it looks good.
Thank you.
Yep, I'm good with
I think it's town report fatigue,
And, yep,
but yes, I'll fix that and then. So do you wanna wait on them until next time?
nope, we can do it. as
I'll
well.
still fix it though.
Yep, with the one noted adjustment.
motion to accept the minutes for the town of Coventry Select Board meeting, Monday, January 5th, 2026. With the noted correction on number 5, town accountant contract.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
And
Alright.
he's here working on the weekends. I scared him this weekend.
Yeah, I've been down for wrestling late and you're here.
Oh, yeah, well,
Nice, thanks for all your
I
hard work.
for the deadline, yeah, no problem.
Yeah.
Let's see, alright, warrants are there, Deb.
I'm not coming back.
Keeps picking up all the pens. Pick them up, play with them, set them down.
I know Dave had made a comment in regards to the check for the truck, for the body. For that to be on an agenda to decipher as far as where we were gonna get all the money from to pay for that. Cause we only had like approximately 30,000 in one account and that invoice is for. I think 90,000 or something of that nature. So if you're having another meeting on Friday, I would maybe suggest to possibly place that on there as well.
Yeah, it said like, his recommendations.
He didn't want that tonight though, right, cause he wasn't gonna be here, so,
I honestly don't know.
okay.
I mean, it would have been good for tonight,
Oh,
only because. But
sorry, Alice, I saw it was something about a discussion, so I didn't know anything about, or else I would have added it.
yeah, because they're gonna have to approve as far as where they want those funds to come from the select board. So I would probably just hold that warrant until
Friday.
Friday.
I'm sure he'll have to give them recommendations, right, of where it'll come from, so.
So we're not gonna sign out?
Yeah, I would just hold that one. Even on Friday, you'll have the warrant approval. You'll have the budget for approval. You can do that separate, and then you should also do an approval on the annual report itself as a whole. The whole entire annual report. They should be voted on that. And then the truck.
It's the last four.
And then there's something else that you have. And just make sure those get on there.
All right, thank you.
Motion to accept the warrants as presented. Withholding the warrant for Charlie Boyce.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Motion to adjourn.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Thank you.
Oh, there's one thing on it. Can I see?